Zhao Liying and Yang Mi are not quite as sweet and bubbly as Zhao Liying as far as outfit style and appearance. Yang Mi's New Year's good tidings to everybody are exceptionally unique. It not just communicates the cherishment of a cheerful life, it additionally communicates the great assumptions for Chinese films. In this spring celebration affair, Yang Mi was analyzed by numerous netizens. Zhao Liying and Yang Mi, who are both brought into the world in 1985, are not quite so sweet and happy as Zhao Liying concerning dressing style and appearance. At the point when Zhao Liying was recording New Year's good tidings, her appearance and status looked more happy and wonderful. What's more, Yang Mi's condition isn't excellent, the entire face looks rather solid, coming up short on a feeling of merriment. It seems like he has quite recently gone through clinical style. At the point when Zhao Liying was recording New Year good tidings, she was wearing a red dress with a cloak. The entire cosmetics and appearance looked normal and more youthful. The exquisite and great picture, the happy and in vogue shape, and the sweet and comforting grin drive the delight of the crowd and give individuals a warm and recuperating feeling. Zhao Liying was very occupied with throughout the spring celebration affair, not just showed up in the CCTV spring celebration occasion, yet additionally showed up in the Beijing spring celebration function, and, surprisingly, showed up in the spring celebration affair of the League of Scholarly and Craftsmanship Circles. Each time Zhao Liying shows up, it brings individuals a great deal of assumptions and shocks. Regardless of her outfit, her exquisite demeanor, and her pleasant performing voice, she presents a great scene to the crowd. Then again, contrasted at Zhao Liying, Yang Mi's appearance come up short on bubbly components, and her cosmetics and grin are not so regular and hopeful, giving individuals a virus feeling. Yang Mi was wearing a blue cylinder top dress, with very much created cosmetics, however her grin was feeling the loss of a piece, her cheeks were somewhat worn out, and the camera focused in all over, causing her to appear to be old. Yang Mi's general state and shape are a piece cooler, which doesn't fit the happy sensation of the spring celebration, and presents a drained and exhausting environment. Seeing Yang Mi's state, I feel that she is actually and intellectually depleted and confronting different tensions. Previously, due to the television series she played, her standing was not comparable to Zhao Liying, and numerous netizens scrutinized her acting abilities, and said that she didn't have anything to say regarding molding aside from claiming to be delicate. As of late, the works featuring Yang Mi have essentially not changed a lot, and have stayed on the first premise. After the job is characterized, it misses the mark on forming of the person, which keeps her acting abilities from moving along. For Yang Mi and Zhao Liying, they are both post-85 first-line entertainers. Yang Mi was more renowned and persuasive than her previously, and Zhao Liying is as yet striving to make various kinds of jobs, permitting her to assume various parts in various sorts in the play. She settled her heart and collected a ton of acting experience, which made her a brilliant entertainer in a moment. Today, Zhao Liying's popularity and works outperform Yang Mi's, and numerous netizens will normally think about them. In the hearts of numerous netizens and fans, they all trust that their number one stars can have a decent turn of events and accomplish great outcomes. This is likewise a distinction for netizens and fans. The justification for why Yang Mi's spring celebration occasion isn't looking great is a result of the assumptions for fans and netizens from one viewpoint, and the questions about her from the rest of the world on the other. Thusly, to make Yang Mi restless, you should realize that Yang Mi is a lady with a solid vocation, and she joins extraordinary significance to and thinks often about the sentiments and ideas of outside fans and netizens. At the point when Yang Mi invited the New Year's Day, he guaranteed his fans and netizens that he would keep on trying sincerely and not let everybody down, and he would bring you better works. I trust that Yang Mi and Zhao Liying will cooperate to introduce a magnificent magnum opus to the crowd. 02. Ritzy film featuring Wang Yibo. No name is perfect from the cast to the nature of the film. According to the viewpoint of entertainer Dapan, it is valid, in light of the fact that he has not attempted this kind of job execution. It tends to be seen that the entertainer Dapan is in amazement of the characters, stressed that his acting abilities have no control over the characters, and, surprisingly, more apprehensive that he won't perform sufficient on the spot. He is embarrassed about this incredible chance to perform. This is the old entertainer Dapan's assessment of himself. He is exceptionally genuine and humble, so it contacts individuals' hearts. Looking further, as indicated by Dapan, does the youthful entertainer Wang Yibo have comparative sentiments? Be that as it may, according to the last transmission impact of No Name, whether it is Dapan or Wang Yibo, or even Tony Leung, Jo Soon, and Wang Chuanjun, their acting abilities are awesome, giving this film the best clarification. Thusly, as a film for the spring celebration, No Name has areas of strength for yet additionally a solid in the background arranging and creation group. At the point when the film No Name changed to Tony Leung, he was finding a spot at a table, lighting a cigarette, with an impossible articulation in his eyes. In Obscurity Night, Tony Leung acted tranquilly, confronting the individual across the table he didn't represent quite a while. Character jobs like this show Tony Leung's phenomenal characteristics as a specialist, steady, ready to plunk down, not easygoing, and confident. Tony Leung's tranquility blesses the senior specialist he plays with a quiet personality and mindset awesome. For Wang Yibo, Nameless does a great job with the scene where he raises a glass of wine. In the film, Wang Yibo stands up, holding his glass of wine, and looks off to the side. His face shows a faint smile at that moment. It is evident that Wang Yibo is very much in tune with the group when it comes to drinking and having fun. It's the actor's vicariousness that harmonizes so well with the atmosphere created by the film. Plus, Wang Yibo is styled with a flat head, which in turn accentuates his handsomeness and competence. Isn't Wang Yibo's acting skills thus shown to be a perfect fit? Even Jo Soon, who doesn't have much of a role, brings her heart-stopping scenes to Nameless. From opening the door of the room to the slightest smile to the hug with another person, Jo Soon's actions in this sequence are spot on. As the saying goes, 1 minute on stage is 10 years of work off stage, and that's what it means. A lot of the scenes in Nameless are shot at night, so the quality of the picture is crucial to the success of the film. As the saying goes, daytime is a good environment for filming, with plenty of light, and the film crew can shoot people, events and objects with extra clarity and ease. Therefore, recording the film at night is a very difficult task. Luckily, the crew of Nameless used the effects of light and shadow and managed to record the appearances of key characters. For example, Tony Leung appears on a night when the lights are illuminated and the lights on his clothes and head are clearly visible. Another example is when 4 actors, including Tony Leung and Wang Yibo, meet in a room with the lights illuminating the tables and chairs, very distinct. So, Nameless presents the viewer with a great cinematic quality. Every flash of a shot of a character is of high quality composition, the picture is clear, smooth and natural, it makes you look so good. A testament to the high quality of the filming team of Nameless. In the movie Nameless, Tony Leung is wearing a black suit and so is Wang Yibo, a reflection of the character's professional attire. The black color of the suits not only fits the costume path, but also hints at the unsavory nature of the era. Especially when the black of the costumed path appears, illuminated by the faint light, creating a stark contrast between darkness and light. Such a contrasting effect appears with different results in the day and in the night. This echoes the social context in which the Nameless are placed and the uncertainty of their personal safety and future fate. This is a thought-provoking theme that the film The Nameless seeks to reveal through its characters, its setting and its costumes. 03. With its sparse editing, depressing plot and gory scenes, is the film Nameless really a bad film? Firstly, the director must be an academic director, because the structure of using objects, especially food and animals, to advance the narrative is too obvious. Secondly, the director must be a writer, because a non-linear narrative is the usual way of doing things in literature. I had never heard of this director before, but after walking out of the cinema, both of these points were borne out. Schenger, the director of Nameless, graduated from the directing department of the Beijing Film Academy and is also a writer. In short, The Nameless is an academic production, and therein lies the root of many audiences' claims of not being able to understand it. Any classic work of cinema can be analyzed in the same way as Mr. Lu Xun's essays. Every detail of the film, including camera work, camera movement, coloring, and even the food and props in the play, can have a deeper meaning. The story is simple, a spy war during the war against Japan. But it uses many cinematic techniques to make the otherwise simple story fragmented. Proponents will get a thrill out of this jigsaw puzzle suspense, while detractors will be outraged by the fragmented plot. So, is Nameless really a bad film? Many say that the biggest failing of The Nameless is that it doesn't even tell a good story. But when you think about it, the story is not that complicated. In a nutshell, it's the story of a communist undercover in the Wang Fake Intelligence Bureau during the war against Japan, who uses his resourcefulness and tactics to obtain useful information to help win the war. The key is that instead of the usual linear narrative, the director uses a non-linear, cross-narrative approach to the film. In terms of the narrative structure of a film, a linear narrative usually introduces and develops the storyline in a time-based manner, with the narrative structure being beginning to development climax ending, which is a moderate and straightforward process for the audience. A non-linear narrative, on the other hand, usually uses flashbacks and interludes, with repetition and regression in time, and relies heavily on the psychology and emotions of the characters for its propulsion. This type of narrative challenges, and even offends, the average viewer's experience of the film. For example, there was a bottle of mineral water in front of me, and I could have just opened the lid and finished it. Instead, the director poured the water into 16 glasses, numbered them and made me drink them in order. I was so tired and sad that I thought it was pointless. But Chenger, the director, thought it was meaningful. He said, "I think the huge strength is the ending, the gradual progression towards a cool film, and it's really very hearty at the end. I think it's very cool." In the final shot, Secretary Yi, Wang Yibo, asks Captain Wang Chuanjin, "Why did you kill Miss Fang?" Captain Wang says, "She's a communist." Secretary Yi backhandedly pulled out a gun and pointed it at Captain Wang, saying, "So am I." The ending of Nameless is not at the end of the film, but is embedded in the center of the film. The director places the most emotionally charged dialogue at the end in an attempt to surprise the viewer. Just as a master embroiderer would completely dismantle threads of the same color and place them between different scenes, looping back and forth to thread the needle and thread the threads with enough emotion for each thread before revealing the final purpose. In Chang's films, suspense and emotion are more important than telling a good story.